a while, but we're back. Yes, hello there. I am Muzza. Welcome back to the HCW show. And yes, we are It's been a good long couple of months, but we are finally doing Pro2 wrestling again. It is Pro Tuesday, episode 39. I'm not alone. He's happy to be back. It's to talk about his favorite wrestling company. It's DP. How are you, DP?
Yeah, why are you on the left?
Do you not remember how this works? Because I host Pro Tuesdays. Well, the reviews of Pro Tuesday.
Right, but I'm the one who... I'm the name here.
If you want to say that, sure, but...
Okay, well, I've got to get in touch with legal or something. I don't know what's going on here. But I guess for all intents and purposes, yes, I am doing okay. Apart from the news that I am no longer on the left-hand side of this overlay, as it was.
Well, it's just a new season, you could say, almost. We're finally back doing the Pro Tuesdays. We've got something to talk about. We've got 2 matches and a lot of shenanigans. Mainly by your boy and boys, your boy.
My boys?
Baldy Konami.
I have no boys. I have business partners.
Okay, I thought you were going to say you had men, in which case I'd be making a joke, but you didn't, so we'll move it along. He knows. Yes, Pro Tuesday, episode 39. We kick off the show, as always, with former guest, Kid Thomson, who runs down the card for today's episode. We're just going straight into this. Yeah, we start off with a obligated photo shoot featuring at the Bollington and the Scottish Interpromotional Champion Davey Blaze. Then following that, another photo with Bollington and Findlay with the Scottish Interpromotional Championship, looking like they're having a potential war over it, which inevitably leads to a fallout over who owns the belt and whose company this is, which we all know is Cameron Findlay's. Bollington does not own any stakes in this company.
Wrong.
Yeah, we then cut to the opening video promo of the show, Homecoming, which is in Drongen, which is the hometown of one Cameron Findlay. And that's why in the video promo it says, I was asking Cameron Findlay what he's doing here. He's saying home, and that's it. You can see that, he was originally Logan Storm. He's now the Kingpin, Cameron Findlay. And he arrives at Drongen School Hall. And we're introduced to our commentary team. We have, of course, Kid Thomson, Swab Gav, and if you can hear them, Reese Kong Parkin. And we'll need to get this out the way. Yep. Poor bugger.
I don't understand what happened.
Now, to be fair, I've listened to Kong and in other shows. He's a bit like you, DP. He seems to like certain people. Boddington, Rage, Blaze. I wouldn't dare say Kid Thomson is cutting his mic. I don't think Kid Thomson is ever that cruel, but I think this is just a unfortunate circumstance. Mike just wasn't properly set up, and there was nothing much Kid to do in edit. I think he probably did the best he could to try and make it sound more clearer, but just an unfortunate circumstance.
Isn't it so convenient, that the mic of the one person who doesn't happen to think the same way as the ones that Pro2 prefer are the ones that get, sabotaged. Or, sorry, no, not sabotaged. The ones that get not properly set up is probably the better term for it. He just sounds like someone who thinks similar to me, and that is that he sees greatness where it is, and he respects when it is manifested in all shapes and sizes. And if it comes through Boddington, so be it.
Yeah. Luckily, I think he's on the we're way ahead of time. Post after Homecoming, he's at Mayday Mayhem, and I've been told we'll be working on there, so you will finally get to hear his crisp voice. But for now, you just have to listen to him, as you said, sounding like he's stuck in Darth Vader's helmet.
Yes, that is more or less exactly how it sounded.
Yeah, so we cut over. We've got a quick promo here with Cameron Finlay and Big Bad John. Cameron Finlay basically discussing that he's taking his father's name back. He's no longer Storm the Wrestler. He's now just the Kingpin Cameron Finlay. He brings up his history with Boddington. It's something they've said they've had history, but they never explained the deep lore, I'd say, of their history. Basically, Cameron Finlay, when he was a wrestler, he used to be Boddington's muscle. Like, Boddington used to manage Logan Storm. Now, obviously, they went their separate paths. Logan started this Pro2, and for some reason, Boddington has a problem with that. How dare someone be successful? I don't know.
I think that's very close-minded of you to think like that. As you said...
What do you think?
As you said, Boddington managed, right? So, why wouldn't he share in that success? Why is he doing it by himself?
Well, clearly, as we said, that we don't know the full details. Maybe they like I said, they went their separate ways.
Well,
separate ways.
Whatever is revealed, then I'm firmly on the side of Boddington. As always, the man does no wrong.
Yeah, he says, but yeah, Finlay says he's planning not to fight Boddington physically, as we saw from a rewind scene of Battle Lines. He got absolutely battered by Davey Blaze and Hammerhead Smith. There's no nice way of putting it. He's not going to fight him physically, but he's going to try and out-tactic Boddington, which will, I think, we'll see throughout the year. We'll see how it goes, and there it goes. Yeah, he then quickly passes the mic over to Big Bad John. He doesn't keep it. He keeps it short and just tells the crowd to just enjoy the show, cheer the bad guys, boo the bad guys. Normal stuff you'd say at the start of a show, really.
No, okay, so we talk in DMs, right? And you said that he was like picture perfect, like amazing, like brilliant audio, and you can understand completely what he said. So I want the exact transcript of what he said.
I just told you what he said, basically. I didn't exactly say...
I want the exact wording.
Well, he asked the man himself.
And
he come up to air and ask him in person. Not like he's not like he's that big and bad.
Okay, John, you heard him say that there. That's him, not me. That is this guy over there.
me and John have talked. We're on good terms.
Not anymore. You're not.
Yeah. We then cut to backstage with Josh Kennevan, who is backstage with 2/3 of the Collective, Scott Valentine, and Mark Monroe. Now, this match was originally supposed to be for the Pro2 tag titles between the Alliance and Lucha Scotland. He picked up an injury at this show and had to cancel last minute. So a deal was struck between Pro2 Wrestling and Big Massive Wrestling, and it was decided that Collective would step in to defend their Big Massive titles against Lucha Scotland. Now, the Collective is a trio of Dean Ford, Scott Valentine, and Mark Monroe. Ford wasn't available, so it's the two younger guys who are stepping in. You get a quick promo here. Scott Valentine admits he is not happy. He was looking forward to the day off, and thinks that it's a joke that they've had to step in, and they don't think Lucha Scotland are worthy of challenging for their belts.
Accurate.
Okay, different promotion. We don't know what they've been doing over there. That's a fair point. I will give them that. But meanwhile, Mark Monroe, he proposes that Lucha Scotland should put their Target Wrestling tag team titles on the line as well, making it title for title, which I think something that was thought about, and I think would be more fair. Do it. We'll find out soon enough. And it turns out they did. There we go. Yep, first match. Is a title for title match for the Target Wrestling and Big Massive Wrestling tag team titles. The Target tag champs, Lucha Scotland, Lucha DS, and Soldato, versus the Big Massive Wrestling tag champs, the Collective, Scott Valentine, and Mark Monroe. You see the Collective do their entrance, Lucha Scotland do their entrance without their titles, and then they cut their entrance short and say they'll head back and collect. Basically, they get to do 2 entrances. It will be title for title. And yeah, so this will be. I think this is obviously you saw Lucha Scotland at the last show. Defended against the Blood Money Mercs. It's your first time seeing Collective.
Yeah.
Yep. So start of the match, we do the usual good guys, bad guys, go the top turnbuckles. Collective get booed. Scotland get cheered. Collective aren't happy with that. Collective jump them from behind. We then get a tandem Irish whip, which Lucha Scotland reverse into stereo clotheslines to send the Collective packing. Lucha DS hits a suicide dive to both of them, and Soldato also goes top rope for a dive. We then see Lucha DS hit a chop on Monroe, who's seated on one of the empty chairs, and Soldato also cheekily I had twist the nipples. Yeah, that was ow.
A little unnecessary, but it is what it is, I guess.
Soldato throws Monroe into the corner and then they both hit stereo knees for a 2 count. Forearms by Soldato and an Irish whip, only Monroe to hit a counter kick to the. No, only for Monroe to counter, and then Scott Valentine cheekily hits him in the back with a kick on the outside, and we get a kick by Monroe to get a 2 count. Monroe throws Soldato into the boot of Valentine, tags him in, big kicks into the corners. Corner of Valentine, who just keeps on top of Soldato, using his height and weight advantage very well. Back into Monroe, who throws Monroe into Soldato with an elbow and a standing elbow drop for 2 count, then straight into a headlock. Who tags in Valentine, and he hits a big boot on Soldato, and then Monroe charges at Lucha DS in the corner to distract the ref, and then the 2 of them gang up on Soldato. Another 2 count. Back in Monroe, and the 2 look to hit a tandem move, but Soldato counters, hits a Hurricane Run on Monroe, ducks under Valentine, tags in Lucha DS, a crossbody to take both members of the Collective out. It's back to back European uppercuts, both of them. Then Lucha DS hits a rolling fireman's carry onto Monroe into a monkey flip to Valentine, sending him crashing on top of Monroe. Lucha DS then hits his standing senton, which almost gets him to win, but Valentine stops. He kicks to stop the 3 count. Valentine hits a nice F5, almost for a 3 count, but Soldato makes the save. Valentine and Monroe, they look to hit a double suplex. Lucha DS makes the save. Full super kick. And then double super kick to both of them. Double super kick to Scott Valentine and Mark Monroe. A 619 to both of Valentine Monroe by Lucha DS, which Suave Guys calls a 12-8. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. And then a double cutter by Soldato. And then a Swanton Bomb by Lucha DS to gets the 3 count, and Lucha Scotland become double champs. So yeah, what were your overall thoughts on the match?
So yeah, overall thoughts. As always, I'll start off with a rating. So I rated it 3.25 stars. I think it was a good opener. I think it set the tone well for what was to come in the show. I've always believed it's a fun tradition to start things off with a tag match. You know, it's higher energy than a 1-on-1 or a freeway or something like that, and you get a bit more of like a cohesion sort of coalition sort of feeling between both teams. But when you've got a team like Lucha Scotland, who've been teaming for a small while, so they're very much the veterans here of this match.
Yeah.
Coming up against two newer guys in the collective, it's always going to be great for both teams because not only did the collective get that exposure, they also get to show that they can go with veterans like Lucha Diaz and Soldato. But also, and meanwhile, Lucha Scotland, are putting on a show with the younger guys to showcase the future of the Scottish wrestling scene. The match though itself, good. I enjoyed it. Collective showed off their skill set and didn't have much control because that's just the way it's going to be in these sort of things. But they were able to keep at it. And that was the main thing. And while there was no definitive moment where I thought, oh, they're going to win, because there just wasn't this match. This match, I was not convinced at any point that they were going to win.
Yeah.
And that's just my sort of like my predictive sort of hat that comes into play with these sort of things. Like I said, they were able to keep at it, and they just got them separated. You know, if they had kept Lucha Diaz separated from Soldato or vice versa, it might be a different story. But they couldn't, and just got to win. And you know, to come out on top, and they're now champions of two different companies simultaneously. So
yeah,
you know, good for them.
Good for them, and as we know, they're probably still going to likely at some point get that shot against the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
They could simultaneously hold 3 belts of 3 different companies.
Yeah, why not?
Beat that, Young Bucks. Funny enough, I'm wearing a Young Bucks t-shirt, but beat that. Yeah, as you say, it was a more veterans versus young guys. I think from what I was told, both Monroe and Valentine, similar ages of experience, maybe both about just about 2 years experience, so still very new. I'd never seen either of the two before, and I was watching their live. I was very much impressed by both of them. Lucha Scotland, they're just a good team. They're good out. They are definitely one of the. Find the right words again. I think they're definitely a good opening. They're a very good opening act.
Yeah,
Get the crowd hyped up and ready. And yeah, they get the win here. And here they leave with all the gold. Yeah, it was just as you say, a good opener.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get a promo for a certain advertisement.
Was that so?
Yes, I assumed you've been waiting for this for a while. You've not said it in a while.
It's been so long. It's been so long, Muzza. You don't understand. I've been waiting for months to talk about the taxi company of champions, Streamline Taxis.
Yes.
They're back.
Oh, yo.
It is unfortunately the same ad, but other than that,
we take it.
We take it.
We take it. It's Logan Smith still showing up to Anbank. I don't know why he's going to Anbank still. I mean, he must love Anbank.
It's the wrong venue. But no,
he's not even booked for Homecoming, but still.
Oh, that's why then, because he went to Anbank.
Yeah, he's actually coming. He's actually arrived ahead of schedule for the next show.
Well, there you go.
He's super prepared.
But the question must be asked. It has been a good number of months since the last time we talked about this. Muzza,
Hmm?
have you got any new experiences with using streamlined taxis?
I think I've used them twice. Twice since then. I think the first time it was just a work night out and it was getting late. Trains were gone. Buses were gone. How am I going to get home? I don't want to walk. It's starting to rain. I know. My taxis.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And as you say, it got me home. Champion.
Unfortunately, it did take you to Ambank because that's where they go.
Yeah, and then I had to explain, no, I live here. And you're like, oh, okay. And then they got me over there. And finally, we got our bit. End of show. No, I'm kidding.
I miss Sheila. I miss it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that, we move on to the next match. It is a singles match between Shay Monet and Luke Cairo. Shay Monet, obviously, last time out, failed to win the Why So Serious Championship in a mixed tag, and will be looking to get a win under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming, and they are facing debuting Luke Cairo, Luke Cairo, he's from I think the now defunct Scottish School of Wrestling.
Yeah. And
also trained in the Asylum.
That's cool.
Asylum, which is HCW. Surprisingly, at only 22, he has 8 years experience, which is something I didn't expect.
That's not too uncommon in the UK scene.
Yeah, obviously not uncommon. A bit less common nowadays, really.
Oh, yeah.
But back then, it's like, yeah, you just start wrestling at 14, 15.
But yeah, this is as you said, the Pro2sday 39 main event. The brilliant, as always, Shay Monet taking on the mixture of Surfer Dude and Barbie film Ken Reject, Luke Cairo.
Yeah, to be fair, his outfit definitely looked very, very Ken-like.
Yeah.
Sticky up hair,
which could be a compliment to Luke Cairo, because I'm just comparing him to the guy who plays Ken. Ryan Gosling, is that his name?
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, yes. So... Yeah. Imagine Gosling in wrestling.
He's
Someone get on that.
It's Luke Cairo.
Oh, of course. Yeah, actually is. Yeah, he showed up to Pro2 wrestling.
Yeah.
He got the jump on everyone else.
Before you go into the match as well, I've got a note here as well where I wrote about Shay's wrestling theme, where they enter to a hybrid of Pretty Girl Walk by Big Boss Vet and Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. Which is a horrible mixture of songs.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. It's not a good choice, but
that's yeah. Shame they might give you some heat over that.
I welcome it.
At least we now both have someone on us now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we're equal.
I mean, I've taken both Luke and Shay on my back now. I've called him Barbie Reject.
Ah, dear. Miss doing this so much. Yes, once again, match kicks off. We get another top corner booyah spot. Shay is never happy about their crowd reaction. The crowd just do not like Shay.
Correction.
The
crowd do not appreciate Shay.
Yes, that probably should be the correct saying. Yes, Luke Cairo gets a good reaction though for his debut, and bell rings. Bam! Monet hits a shotgun drop kick, and just is all action go. They take it to the outside. Monet tries to throw Cairo back in, but Cairo spins it round into a kick of his own. Throws M back in. Monet in the ring, but misses scissors kicks, and then a hip toss by Cairo. who also then proceeds to hit an elbow in the corner and a spinning neck breaker for a 2 count. Monet then throws Cairo into the corner. Cairo hits a big boot, goes to Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope as we know, and hits a drop kick for a 2 count. Cairo still with control of a strike, but Monet manages to hit a unique move, I'd say. I think it was like a high knee press into a curb stomp almost. I don't know if you know the exact. Yeah. Or a 2 count.
I don't think there was an exact wording for it, but.
Yeah. He gets a 2 count. He's surprised he kicks out, goes for another pinfall, another 2 count. Monet then just takes control of strikes and punches to the stomachs. Elbow to the back of the head, and then a suplex for another 2 count. Ivo tries to get back into control with strikes of his own, but Monet tries to lift him up. But Kaibo gets a roll up for a 2 count, kick out. Then he gets another roll up, another 2 count. Monet manages to kick back Kaibo and hits a quite a vicious looking headbutt for a 2 count. Monet argues with the ref, saying that there was a 3 count, but the ref is giving them none of it and saying it's a 2 count. Then Monet tries for the scissors kick again, but Kaibo counters and both collide with cross bodies into each other. Then Shea goes a kick, but Cairo dodges, hits a clothesline and a back elbow. And then Monet manages to grab Cairo, throw him over the top rope, but looks to hit him to the outside, misses, Inzaghi by Cairo, and then a springboard spear for a 2 count. Monet manages to hit a big kick, but Cairo hits double knees, and Cairo tries to hit the double knees, but Monet counters and hits the backstabber and gets Cairo into a crossface. Cairo just manages to make the ropes. And Cairo manages to hit a heel kick, and then he tries to go for that springboard spear again, but Monet manages to catch him. It's I think it's a draping elbow drop, I think that's what it would be called. And then Monet finally does manage to hit the scissors kick and get the count. I think this was, we'll say, match of the episode for certain. I think it was a very good match. These two, I think they've wrestled and teamed with each other for a while. These past couple of years, so they know each other quite well.
Yeah,
and you can tell it. And you can tell it shows that they know what they're doing together. But yeah, I was very much impressed with this match.
Yeah, that's fair. So probably of no surprise to you, this is my highest rated match of Pro 2 that I've seen since I started watching Pro 2. So I rate it 4 stars. To those who know me, it's no surprise because it's probably a little bit of bias because I'm a Shea Monet fan. But Luke Cairo, didn't know him before this, and I'm certainly gonna remember him going forward. Not only because of the look, because the look is quite distinctive anyway, but
yeah,
he's also really good. And as you said, like 8 years wrestling, has wrestled Shea Monet before, so there's always that in-ring chemistry and they're used to each other's styles. But everything was just great here. Like, it was full of energy. Both players giving it their all, and it was just really fun. When one was in control, it wasn't long before the other took it back. Like, this is a really good match. I don't know why this isn't the main event.
We've obviously, it's obviously not high up on the card. Monet's coming off a loss. Guy was making his debut. Yeah, this would have been a great main event, but bigger. As we'll see, there's bigger matches on the card. It's a small card. It's got four. We've got 3 title matches. Actually, we had 4. I forget we did.
Yeah.
Last match might carry for title, mate. Yeah, we've got 4 title matches. So, I think this. Yeah, very good match. We then actually do get a post-match promo by Shay Monet, saying that they're the best thing to ever come into Pro 2, exclamating the point that they are an international superstar. Like it's on GCW and all that. And Shay compliments Cairo, saying he has a lot of potential, but says if Cairo wants to get on the level of Monet, he needs to live up to those standards with them. Basically, but by the sounds of it, offering a friendship of sorts, maybe a tandem, and tells them just to think about it. And
to me,
you can kind of see when they leave, Cairo's quite quick to follow Monet to the back. So,
I wouldn't say he was quick to do so. I'd say he's more torn on what to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, Shay said, takes the time to think about it. But honestly, if I'm Luke, I am following this invitation, this direction, what you want to call it, and instantly becoming a branch for Shay Monet and to learn from Shay Monet.
You'd say part of Shay Monet's learning tree.
I wasn't going to say that exactly, but yes.
Teaching moment.
It's a teaching moment, absolutely. I think Luke can learn, even though Luke is probably, barely any younger than Shay. Like, Shay's quite young as well.
Yeah, I think they're both... They're both
younger than me.
Yeah. I think Shay's older, has a slight more experience edge, but obviously, looks young. I think a lot young. Luke Carver's only 22, so...
But yeah,
I think Shay's similar mid-20, but yeah.
I
Shay's
think
a bigger
Luke
star.
A lot more or to what he already knows by aligning, or at least willing to learn under Shay.
And, we'll see where this goes for both of them. Obviously, Shay's failed a chance for a singles title. Maybe this is an addition into a tag division that is needing some fresh faces, and that's certainly not. If that's a tag team if that's going to be a tag team to add into their tag division, I'll be very interested to see where they go from here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it. The only thing we see is Kid Thomson telling us what's happening next episode, where we're getting 2 title matches next episode. It will be a rematch from Frank X Cross gets his rematch for the Interpromotional Championship against Davey Blaze, who will no doubt be accompanied by your boy Boddington. Get to see more of him. And we also get the Women's Championship as Angel Hayes will defend against Daisy Jenkins.
Cool.
So I think if this episode is anything to go by, I think we're on pace for another good show next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, so good. And we'll get to it, but I know there's a match on here that I'm not going to enjoy.
I don't know what your problem is with Hunter Sampson, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I hope so, because the last time I saw Hunter Sampson.
And again, you're burning your bridges here, mate. You're gonna.
It's just what it is.
It's bad enough having on your bad list. I don't think you want a 6'7", 270-pound wrestler on your.
It's fine. I have beef with Samoans. It's fine.
Tongans, but yes.
Same thing.
Now you've just got everyone on you.
Cut that.
Everyone
Cut
out.
that. But no.
That is in the episode. As always, subscribe to HCW. Subscribe to Pro2 as well. Pro2 as well. We've got all the socials listed
above
there. Above, you can follow me here, DP there.
Absolutely. And while it's not on there, we are also on Blue Sky.
Yes, we're all now on Blue Sky. That's the new thing, because Twitter can be exhausting at times.
I think it's safe to say a certain world political event has influenced the switch over to Blue Sky.
Yeah. I've been Muzza. He's been DP. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Peace. So how much do I pay for this again?